Yo, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're on a fantastic day. Wow, it has been some day on the market. I mean, actually, not really. There hasn't been that much movement, but we saw a little bit of a green spell today, so nothing too shabby, if I do say so myself. Can I just make sure that everything is working? Someone just put in the chat. I may just turn the music down a little bit more, so it's just in the background. My microphone looks like it's working fine. So yeah, how's everyone doing today? I hope you're all having a fantastic day on this. Well, what day are we today? Thursday? Yeah, we're Thursday today. Crikey, time flies when you're having fun, right? It really does. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a fair few things to talk about today, and we have a fair few things in store. And you may want to all strap in, because today is going to be I mean, I'm going to try and not waste you guys' time, but there's a few things that I want to talk about today. One of which is some DD, which, you know, I wanted to bring to your guys' attention because I think it's important. Now, it's to be discussed, right, that we have not fallen out of the bullish flag that we've been in. We are still within it. In fact, you saw we did break out of it slightly, but it was a false breakout and we actually climbed back into it. I may have just got my bearings wrong with that, honestly, and I think I may have been slightly a little bit too low. Now, if we move this into a different sort of level, actually, it's hitting one, almost 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touch points there. JedgeX Clips, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So, as you can see, this is sort of what we're seeing at the moment. Now, we did break slightly below that today. However, it was not a problem because, as you saw, we bounced off it. And that's a constant pattern with NAKD. We see that constant reversal type movement. Like I was saying within my video, I'm not sure if you saw it yesterday, but the whole idea of pitchfork is probably not going to happen within NAKD, because the way the stock works is it's created around hype, and it's created about, it basically correlates with other meme stocks. And the way meme stocks works is it's through gamma squeezes that really makes the stock run. But the difference between NAKD and other meme stocks is that it has the fundamentals to back it up. And I stress this every single video. NAKD is by far the best buy. A lot of analysts are saying it's the best buy out of all the meme stocks. And also, you know, other stocks such as SNDL, CTRM actually, that's another talk factor today. We saw CTRM really run today, and that was because they had a fantastic Q2 earnings report. And yeah, although putting that into perspective though, they did waste a lot of retail investor money as well, but that's for another day. Let's talk about NAKD today because that is the topic at hand, but I just wanted to bring that up. CTRM has had a very good day. So has AMC, actually. AMC's had a pretty good day as well. But yeah, NAKD hasn't moved, and that's because it's still getting manipulated heavy. Yo, what's good, JB? How's it going, my guy? What is good? Dressed up with the shirt. I'm not sure if you all noticed in my last video, but this shirt has lemons on it because I'm getting ready for the squeeze, boys. That's the whole idea behind it. So I mean, this is just wrong. I mean, I don't really understand like why loads of different investment funds, investment news are saying things like, you know, this Wall Street frenzy is ending, and doom and gloom, FUD promoting it all over the place. It's, you know, they're all owned by hedge funders. These people have so much money to plug at different random things, honestly. And to be honest, instead of putting money into news articles, they should be using that money to cover and pay back the banks. But what do they do? No, double down, double down, double down, double down until they collapse. And it's the same story as any golden empire. So we'll take Rome, for example, the golden age of Rome, right? Rome was the biggest powerhouse within the world at one point, right? Like, this is obviously back in the day. So you had these big colonies within Rome, all controlling different areas of Europe. And it was probably one of the biggest colonies you've ever seen, right? And it's probably one of the most prosperous colonies ever to come to fruition within the day and age we live in today, right? And what happened to Rome and Italy and whatever, right? They got too big that they could not control what was coming into their colony and what was going out of their colony. They expanded too much. They doubled down too much. They got greedy. And what happened to them? They lost everything. They lost their whole entire, you know, all of their different places that they had settlements in. They lost them to Republicans and revolters. They wanted their freedom back. They wanted their country back. So they revolted. And because Rome had so many of these different revolts going on, they didn't have enough troops and enough, you know, they didn't have enough militant power to be able to take back these colonies. And history tends to repeat itself. But in today's day and age, instead of sword fighting, you have people throwing money everywhere because that's what we live in. It's very economically produced. This is probably the most... Well, this is the economic era, right? And there's no two ways about it. This era is all about building money. And, you know, like it or not, that's just how it is, unfortunately. Well, it's good for us, but, you know, I mean, other people, you know, your fellow 9 to 5 job workers who don't particularly like investing, they may not like this as much, right? But for us apes who love retail investing, we love to make money, this is the perfect era to be involved in. You have these big hedge funders, these granddaddies of the financial industry, all pummeling these shorters to try and get off their legs. They don't want us to keep dragging them down, keep dragging it, right? However, we do. We continue to drag those legs. We continue to grapple them and to try and bring them down together. Think of it like this. These hedge funders, they are one massive, massive giant, right? However, a giant cannot move if you take its legs. And that's the same, like, I'm not sure if any of you play rugby or American football, but every single time they tell you to tackle someone, you have to take the legs, right? And that's because you want to chop tackle to ensure that these big, beefy players, I'm a big beefy player, I'm 6'6" in real life and I'm built, right? People used to tackle me by my legs because without my legs, I cannot move. And it's the same with us and the hedge funders. They are the big giants, we're the little guys, but we are tackling for the legs, we're trying to grapple with the legs, and we are trying to bring them down. And that is what we are seeing right now. And I know I did go off on a bit of a tangent, but you know, that I just wanted to put it in a bit of a perspective for all of you to understand a little bit easier, right? We'll have I'll quickly log into Ortex a second. Let's see what Ortex is saying. I don't think there's been that much development, but we will have a gander. Does anyone have any questions that you want me to answer whilst I'm live? I did have a video planned today, but I decided to defer it because you lot didn't hit the like goal. I'm joking. You didn't have to. It's calm. To be honest, I actually didn't have a video planned. I was capping. I'm capping. Let's have a look. Right, so let's bring over this for your chesticles right now. Okay. So let's F11 that. Okay, so on your screen right now, let's have a look at what we have here. So Ortex is currently 100% utilization, and bear in mind this is updated every 7 days. This is not up-to-date data, right? Well, it is to a degree, but it's not like every single day it updates, right? You have the utilization 100%, the cost to borrow, which is obviously how much money it is to actually loan out these short positions. It's currently 12.35%, which is still a lot. Days to cover has actually gone up a little bit since I last saw. So the loans that are currently being shorted do have a little bit longer to cover, which is interesting, right? The shares on loan is currently 65.34 million, which is, you know, that's normal. Looking fly in the posh shirt, mate. I appreciate that, Captain Yoni. I appreciate it massively. Thank you very much. Yeah, I tried to make an effort. Got the lemons on the shirt for the squeeze. That's the whole mindset behind it. We're getting those lemons ready. But anyway, percentage free float on loan, you currently see 8.82%, which, you know, is a little bit less than last week, but it is what it is. And honestly, if we look at certain aspects, so for example, the estimated short interest, you currently see the estimated short interest. We saw, when was that? So that was the 9th of July. We saw it all the way up here. But however, the days to cover actually did go up, and you saw a double bottom with the whole days to cover. So right now, apparently there's a low short interest, but we're not taking into account other different aspects of the exchange that we're currently seeing, right? We only see the small picture. These hedge funders, they use things like dark pools, they use different aspects. What was that? Was that? No, it's not Discord. I thought my Discord was going off then. So hedge funders, they will try and plow the stock down so much using naked shorts and other means through the dark pools as well. We know that NAKD had 4.318 billion dark pool shares that have been sort of the volume in the dark pools, right? However many of those are sell and how many of those are buy, I think we all know what's probably going on within those dark pools. It is probably them taking out more short positions, but they will be taking at an inflated price, in my opinion. So, let me go through. So, DJ, what's good, bro? Good video. I appreciate that, DJ. Thank you. I hope you're all enjoying the new content and new style of delivery as well. It's definitely interesting for me to, try a different take, but I'm always trying to improve the video content because you lot deserve it. You lot deserve better, well-produced, well-structured videos. So that's something that I'm trying to pride myself in. And, I have to admit before, the video quality that I was doing was pretty half-assed. So now I'm trying to buckle up my ideas. I'm trying to really improve my delivery, improve on my production. And, I'm hoping that it proves well on the channel as well. And I hope it's better for you to consume, right? J Bourne loving it. Love that. Grizzly Bears. Is that going to be a short squeeze, Sam? I plan on buying 700 shares tomorrow. What's your opinion? Now, I get asked this question every single day, Grizzly, right? Is there going to be a short squeeze? Now, with all the data that we have present, and could I just add as well with this, the current short interest is 39%. So even without the amount of naked shorts that we currently know, or we know what's going on, right? But we can't say it because it's not in the public eye. 39.62% as a 39.62% as a short interest for a stock is insanely high. Stocks have been squeezed via 6%. So the fact that this is still reported, and this is only what we know at 39.62%, I can safely say this is set to squeeze at some point, provided that it's not bear rated, and to ensure the retail investors almost prevail and basically force hedge funders to cover. All my opinion, Grizzly, and not to be taken as financial advice. I wanted that to be clear as well. It has to, just a matter of when. Exactly, yep. It has to. And, you know, if we base this just off the data of Ortex, it still has to. You know, we see the utilization at 100%, so that means that all the shares currently that could be shorted have been lent out to consumers. I'm not sure who those consumers are. I'm sure as well we can guess, but, you know, you see that it's 39.62% of the actual free float. So it has to squeeze at some point, in my opinion, right? And again, all my opinion, not financial advice. I just want to stress that to you. Is everyone in the chat members of our Telegram? I have no idea, but if any of you are not part of the Telegram, I highly encourage you, as well the Reddit as well. So the NAKD stock Reddit and also the NAKD long Telegram. Definitely check them out. They're a great bunch of people and they do the most up-to-date DD on NAKD, and it's a place where you can just discuss your investment. It's nothing like a like it's a bit of a community, but it's nothing like collusion or anything like that. You won't get in trouble. So is there any way for the hedge funders to get out of this and for it to not result in a SS? So for it to not result in SS, to my knowledge, no. To my knowledge, no, right? And we saw that with AMC already. Right, we saw the AMC shot up from $12 all the way up to $70, literally in the space of 2 hours, right? And I think we're going to see something similar with NAKD at some point. And to answer your question, is there a way that they can get out of it? To my knowledge, no. To my knowledge, no. And again, I have a limited knowledge within the stock world. Like, I haven't been doing this for that long. I mean, I've been doing it since probably around January, right? So I'm still new to stocks and I'm still learning as I go. But to my knowledge, I'm going to say no. But again, there could be some sort of loophole that these massive Wall Street investors with 30 years of experience may be able to summon, but they're gonna have to be financially they'll reap retribution at some point within this process, whether we get the money or whether they have to liquidate their companies. I think those are the only two options. It's either they just close all operations or they pay us back. I think that is the point we're at the moment, and even then that will force the banks to actually pay us back anyway for the shares anyway. So yeah, that's my opinion, obviously, and again, not financial advice. The growth potential of this stock in itself screams value. Exactly, and also as well, so I downloaded this app very recently on my phone, and you know, it's a great app. I've been exploring it today actually, and it's called Stock Masters. And right now, currently, I'm going to show you on my screen. So NAKD currently has a lot of strong buy indicators. All 20 is currently in the strong buy. So, I mean, there's a strong buy, couple sell, but all the rest buy. So, NAKD is very bullish according to this right now. So, would be interested to start a certified share count like AMC? You see, I saw Adam Aaron's tweet about the whole naked shorting and everything. And something that you all need to understand is people like Justin Davis Rice and people like Adam Aaron's, they are not going to put their necks on the line for us, because if they said to the public that yes, we're being naked shorted without actual hard proof, and you would need a lot of proof to really prove that, they will get in trouble and they will be sued to hell. I mean that. Like, they will have lawsuits from shorters on their table. They'll have lawsuits from probably the government, the SEC, everyone about market manipulation. And also there's another thing. It's like pro gainers. It's something like that. Pro gainers law. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but you know, they would get sued if they did too much there. Join the Telegram yesterday. Rip and Dip vid sent me there. Yeah, Rip and Dip's been doing his thing, man. I big respect to that guy. He is doing fantastic. You know, all props to him. He's doing bits over there. So definitely check him out as well. Honestly, like, you know, we're here to spread love, you know, and I'd love to have him on the show at some point. Jace Miranda, saw you in the Telegram. Yeah, exactly. Glad to have him on board. Anyone who comes from Jordan's channel, then welcome. I'm Armada Trading, and I hope you have a pleasant stay on my channel as well. And likewise, I want all of you lot to go over and see Jordan's channel as well, because he's a great guy and he's doing a good DD as well. And, you know, I think it's right for all of us to grow together like this stock is growing together. You know, it's all a journey between all of us at the moment, right? So, mad respects to him. But yeah, looking at the DD for NAKD, I mean, we can currently see at the moment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, around 7 touch points currently, right, of support. And 1, 2, 3. I mean, actually, hold on. Let me bring this down a little bit, because that's a little bit too high in my opinion. Let's bring it to there. That's perfect, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, around 6 touch points of resistance with around about, I don't know, I may need to move this up a little bit as well. This thing's in the way, hold on. So it'll look something along the lines of that. And today, like I said previously, we saw a false breakout, but again, we are moving up into that upper bracket again, which is good to see. And we're now within the bull flag, which is where we want to be. Now, at the moment, all the indicators on every single analyst site that I have seen has made us bullish, apart from obviously hedge fund owned websites. Neutral websites such as Webull have been saying that we are currently bullish on NAKD, and why wouldn't we be? Strong cash position, great stuff coming, a bright future, Justin in New York, everything is pointing in the right direction for this stock right here. And it is very, very important to bring that up, because you know, I think that this is a fantastic buy opportunity, because I don't think it's going to be this low for much longer, in my opinion. And again, all my opinion, not financial advice. So to the moon, Amar Hamid. Thank you, my guy. Yeah, exactly. To the moon, to the moon. We are going to the moon. So MACD, right? So on the MACD, you see we are currently bearish slightly, but at the same time, we are currently looking to arc up into this upper bracket here, doing this sort of DD. You currently see that we are trying to become bullish on the MACD, which is good to see. The RSI, we are currently just we're pretty much neutral. We are dead on neutral at the moment. No buying, no selling, pretty much barcoding. I mean, it's not quite barcoding, but it's near enough. We haven't seen any significant price action, but as you can currently see via my bull flag, by the 10th of August, we are likely to see some sort of shift in price action. So that's going to be interesting to see which direction we are going to go in, right? So definitely worth keeping an eye on. The BOLL currently as well, I mean, that's the same as the RSI. Exponential moving average. So you currently see we are trading in line with the 5-day and also the 10-day as well. We have broken above the 20-day moving average, and we are now testing the 50 exponential moving average. So I'm hoping we can actually start testing this 120 exponential moving average, right? And if we do that, I reckon that we could see a nice bull run from there on out. We need to break out of this bullish flag that we are currently being, and obviously test that resistance level, break the resistance level, and push up by reverse it, because we've been in such a downward canal for so long. So I mean, you saw this gigantic like bearish canal. It was bad, like. And then we saw a slight reversal, which is good. But I think we still have a fair bit to go. But I think we're nearing the end of it now, in my opinion. Let's have a look. So EMV, what's the EMV? EMV slightly bearish, but again, that's going to start coming up again. yeah, I mean, a lot of positive indicators at the moment. And if any of you have anything you want me to check out, then feel free. I mean, the obvious elephant in the room is CTRM, right? Like, that is a crazy day. But that's all because of the Q2 earnings report, right? So I was absolutely mad. Does anyone have anything you want me to check over? What are the analysts saying for NAKD? So obviously the earning per shares have gone up, which is good to see. The ROA also up a bit from the last quarter. Current ratio, so we have a lot more assets than we do liabilities, which is positive to see. You know, a lot of very positive financial aspects to NAKD right now. CFO, I mean, the CFF is good, but the CFO is slightly bearish, but that's about it. That's the only bearish indicator that I can see currently. So currently, yes, we crossed the 10-day moving average, the 20-day moving average, and we crossed the 30-day moving average as well, interestingly enough. Apparently the 50-day is, apparently we're testing the 100-day moving average according to this site, which is currently at the 0.54 mark. So I'm not sure. Oh yeah, 0.545 currently. So yeah, we are testing. We're testing the waters with that at the moment. The Bollinger Bands. Hold on, that's interesting. So if we then go to BB. Where is it? Trend. Oh, what's the VWAP saying, actually? I need to add that. There's the VWAP. Oh, VWAP there. So, currently the VWAP. Okay, so we're currently... we're in a bit of a bull run on the VWAP, which is good. We're currently above the VWAP, so we should be breaking into around the 0.54 mark based off that. Good stuff. Does anyone have anything else you want me to bring to the table? What are we saying? Oh, Jordan up there. Nice one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for today. I'm going to just end it there. If you don't have any questions, feel free to comment on the YouTube video. In addition as well, go send some love to Jordan as well. Squeeze in MRIN. Hold on, let's have a look at that before I leave. MRIN. Okay. MRIN. Oh yeah, this squeezed hard. What was the short interest on this actually? Hold on, MRIN. Let's check Ortex. MRIN. So you see, right? Something very, very interesting about this. You currently see the short interest reported is only 1.98 million. The short interest, the free flow is only 9.36, and they had to cover. What does that tell you about NAKD? I'm going to let you all to decide that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. This be boy Sam from my trading, and I will have a video up tomorrow, so be sure to stay tuned. And yeah, thank you for watching. Take care, ladies and gentlemen.